You ever watch those videos where supposedly your purpose is so great and so powerful that it just pulls you out of bed in the morning? Yeah, that's never happened to me. If it has happened, maybe it was like when I was a little kid or something, Christmas morning, and then my purpose would have only been to get presents from Santa Claus, not some great, profound, deep meaning of life or anything like that. But here we are, morning 34, I do believe. Morning routines suck, but now I'm just calling it every morning better because that's what I'm hoping for. It's just getting up and getting my day started. Again, I'm not basing, getting better every morning by having a ridiculous wake up time. One of those 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatevers. Actually, I just watched the video or one of the videos on Kali Muscle because he's had another heart attack. And one of the things that they're saying there, being his doctor, was a contributing factor to his heart problems this time was lack of sleep. And he even says he was getting up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym, which I don't know if you know or not, but it's kind of like a fad in the fitness community right now. Are these ridiculous like wake up times where you're getting up and you're doing all this positive stuff, but really when you think about it, if you're going to go to bed if you're going to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, what time do you have to go to bed? I mean, you got to go to bed at at least by like 8 p.m. And that's only getting 6 hours of sleep. We're supposed to be getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 8, and this gets way more important once you get older. I mean, sleep is it's when everything happens, all of the regrowth, the rebuilding, all of the new cells are regenerated. I mean, it's really important now. I mean, if you're like me, you spend a lifetime maybe over prioritizing sleep just a little bit. Then again, sometimes I think I might be a little bit too hard on myself. But again, has nothing to do with, waking up before the butt crack of dawn, but it does have everything to do with maximizing the time of your day. And so I've been guilty for years of waking up and I get to where I'm going when I need to get there. But I'll just sit in my rocking chair or on the couch for like an hour if I can or longer. And I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just sitting there. And when I say I'm not doing anything at all, I'm honestly probably letting negative thoughts accumulate and build up just because I don't want to be awake. And you say, well, what's the alternative? Being dead? Well, I understand that. But by getting up and just showing gratitude for the opportunity that you have for this day will help to put you in a better mood. I mean, I'm 34 days into this, and like I said, it's not getting any easier. But I do feel so much better. Like, even right now, while I'm in the process of doing this, I feel a lot better. But I've based this thing off of three things you got to do every morning, regardless. And there is a little bit of flexibility. The most important thing is your water. You got to, I mean, don't even think about it. As soon as you wake up, as soon as your feet hit the floor, you got to find a plastic bottle that's filled with microplastics. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just doing this out of convenience. But seriously, at least 16 ounces of water. And today I've got another electrolyte pack. And so if you can't, I can barely afford these, and they were like half off, so that's why I got them. I'll use a quarter tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt. You really do need sodium, though, with your water. It's going to help you to hang on, tell your body to store the water in your muscles and not pee it out, especially if you're going to drink coffee later on. So we want to hydrate with some sort of salt or electrolytes. Then what we want to do is raise blood oxidation levels. That sounds fancy, but all we're talking about filling our lungs with oxygen so that this oxygen through the blood circulation system gets into our brain. That's important because we're with a low oxygen level in our brain. That's where our mental fog comes in. So we want clarity, and that's how what we're after with blood oxidation levels. But the fastest way to raise those oxidation levels up is to breathe heavy, and the best way to breathe heavy is through some form of exercise. So we're probably going to hit some burpees in just a little bit. So we're doing that. We're hydrating. We're raising the oxygen in our blood, and then we're outside getting some vitamin D production. This is a huge signal for your body to wake up, and that's what we're after. Waking up so we can attack the day. I want to give the day 100%, not like 75, 80%, or just, half-assing it like a zombie, because I really don't feel that great. But first things first, we're going to chug this electrolyte mix. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. This is mango chili flavor. So the mango spice flavor, it's definitely got the salt and the mango, but the spice, I don't know if it's a pepper or what they put in that thing, but it's like a blast, just a blast of something, I don't know, but I get woken up fast, and it tastes really good too. So I don't know, I might have to splurge. I think these things are like $2 or $3 a pop. I'm not sure, but it's definitely way, way better, than the regular pink Himalayan salt. I did a pretty bad job today of staying in the frame for the camera, and plus these burpees, this is sped up 2 times and they still look slow as hell. So I think I did maybe 10, and I finished them up with, I don't know, 10 or 20 push-ups, something like that. I want to work up to doing way more, but every day it's just like such a challenge just to get through this little bit. So instead of adding more, I'm just being thankful that I'm actually up and trying. We gotta take a break. Oh, the pump is secure, and that's all a pump is driving oxygen into your lungs, and the lungs distribute the oxygen and this blood flow into your muscles, and you get a nice little pump, nice little feeling. That's what I'm working with now. I think I did 10 burpees, knocked out like 20 push-ups. I think I've said it before. I want to get to the point where I can do maybe 50 burpees. But on a day like today, I just don't. I really just want to be in bed, man. I ain't gonna lie. Whew, hitting those was difficult. But it's not as difficult as going through your day and stacking shitty day after shitty day after shitty day and waking up and realizing you've lived a shitty life. So that's another little small lesson. Just be thankful you have the physical ability to actually do that. And if you don't have the physical ability, if you can't do a burpee, go for a walk. If you can't walk, do some deep breathing. There's always a way to get it done. It's just that we don't like to hear about it, or we've got an idea in our mind, like a perfect situation, perfect scenario, and we get pissed off if we can't achieve that perfection. I mean, my perfect scenario every morning would be to be woken up with a gentle kiss on my forehead by a big, beautiful, big-breasted woman who's already made me breakfast, and she's already mixed up my little concoctions that I want to drink, and all I gotta do is just lay there. Maybe I got one of those big bird, or what do they call it? Baby bird fantasies, where they chew the food up for you, so you don't have to do anything other than, and she just drops the food into your mouth, and you just kind of like let it. You don't even swallow. You just let it slide down the back of your throat. Maybe, maybe that's what I need. I don't know, but I can tell you this: whatever it is I want, whatever it is I need, if I'm not willing to work for it, then it might as well just stay and remain a figment of my imagination. So just getting up, showing gratitude for your day by starting your day off in a positive mental frame. PMA is what they call it, a positive mental attitude. And we do have the ability to go from a negative state of being to a positive state. And all we have to do is just think about it. That is possible. Now, it's a whole lot harder to do that, when we're actually thinking the negative thoughts, or when we're in sort of a negative feedback loop or cycle of things. But breaking out of that, or actually not going into that, is a big, huge part of my morning process. And even still, even before I get out here and I start talking, I'm already kind of sitting there just, I don't want to do this, all the excuses. But really, once I get out here and get going, I mean, I kind of still want to go back and get in bed. I ain't going to lie. But I do realize that as I talk more and as I express my my goals for the day, my goals for, what I want to accomplish this year with my life. I mean, all of these things can't happen unless I take the action to make them happen. So this is what it's about. And if nobody watches any of my videos, I mean, of course, I want everybody to watch them, but it's becoming more like a video diary. I guess a true vlog, like a morning vlog for me, so I can look back and see, you know, at least maybe when I'm 50 or 60 or, whatever, I'm not going to have to wonder what if I'd have done this or what if I'd have done that. I mean, it might take me till I'm 65 to get a big, beautiful, big breasted woman to baby bird me every morning. I don't know. But I know it's never going to happen if I don't start or if I don't try. And that's what I'm doing now is just best foot forward, uh, giving everything I've got to the individual day, having a blueprint, a set of things that I want to get done each and every day that moves the needle forward in all aspects of my life. I love going to the gym. I love working on, a physique, but that's kind of where I'm kind of a little bit ahead in that aspect. I mean, if my financial life was more reflective of how my physical appearance, I'd be a lot better off. And I'm not saying I'm some super jacked bodybuilder or anything like that. I'm just saying that, that category, that section of my life has become more successful than other areas. And I'm trying to learn how to apply that formula in other aspects of my life. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I got to hit the gym. This is a small win. Waking up, uh, getting those three things taken care of: hydration, some movement, some sunlight. Another small win is going to be going in and eating a decent breakfast. Another win for me, part of my blueprint, going to the gym, hitting, what do I got to do today? Hitting legs today. After that, I got to come back. I got to actually do some work. And then after my work, and I don't know. I've got some stuff written down with what all else I need to do for the day. I need to maybe make some shorter videos, like motivational kind of stuff. That kind of gets me going too. Anyway, if you don't know who you are, figure out who you are. If you don't know where to start with yourself. Look in the mirror, identify a physical change that you can make, steps you can take every day. Get 10 pounds off of it, you'll feel better. And also, too, the process of learning how to get those 10 pounds off, you can take that process, apply it to other areas of your life. Because what you don't want to be a video game character that's like got strength and speed at like a 10, but all his other character attributes are like at a 2 or a 3. We want to maximize ourself. The self you are now is not who you want to be. There's a potential you out there. And today you need to take steps to make actual you turn into potential you a whole lot faster.